Bob writes in and says, "Hello, Tom. I ran across an interesting item in USA Today that really hit home. The most commonly purchased size of clothing for women has increased from a size 8 in 1985, that's 1985, size 8, to a whopping size 14 today. What is going on with women today? Being from Seattle, I know the women here are large in general. But it wasn't until I moved to Orange County that I realized the true size of the problem, so to speak. Women all over don't seem to care what they look like anymore. And I've discovered it's not just Seattle and Portland, it's all over. What's going on? While I can appreciate the personality and inner beauty of a person, let's be honest. Would you rather be with the size 4 or the size 14? All other things being equal. I have no problems voting with my feet, but I'm wondering if there's something else that can be done. I have a Mediterranean girlfriend who was a size 2, basically smoking hot. We got together 6 months ago. And now, she's grown to a size 6. To say I'm concerned is an understatement. Is there anything else I can do other than move on if this growing, he puts in quotes, growing trend continues? I'd appreciate any light you can shed on the subject, Bob. Well, Bob, it is my opinion that most American women, and you say your girlfriend's Mediterranean, but I imagine she's somewhat Americanized. Most American women stay as thin as they can to attract a new guy. And it's kind of like, you know, breathing in and then holding your breath. The minute they meet a new guy, they exhale, and then they go back to their regular eating habits, their regular exercise habits, because they feel there is no competition. They have you in their back pocket. They believe that you have nowhere else to go for sex. You're not going anywhere. And so their asses start to spread. That's what they do. Anytime you see a woman dieting or exercising, she's either single and trying to meet somebody, or about to be single. For example, thinking about leaving her husband. Like, look out if your girlfriend or your wife starts a regimen, like a real diet and exercise regimen. She might be either having an affair or thinking about blowing, just getting out. And the third possibility is that the woman you see dieting and exercising was a balloon who got dumped, and now she has to diet and exercise so she can meet the next sucker for whom she will look great until she has him in her back pocket, and then she will start to balloon again. That's pretty much the way this seems to work. So my opinion is that you have to go to your girlfriend, meaning it, and you have to say to her, I didn't sign on for this. I signed on for size 2. And if your plan is to just keep expanding like this, you're out. I'm done. You're out. It's that simple. Most people don't have the balls to say this. They're always worried that women are going to cry or yell or throw things when you tell them that they're fat or they're getting fatter. But boys, if you're in a serious relationship and she is blowing up like a balloon, you really have to give her the big ultimatum. You have to tell her. And we did a show where we told guys to give her the ultimatum. We had a National Ultimatum Day on this program. We told guys tonight, you go home and tell her, lose weight or I'm out. Out. And I really do believe you have to do that. I don't believe that most women think you're serious when you say that that's what you're going to do. I don't. So, boys, this is what you have to do. You have to tell her, in fact, I would say tonight, Tell her that if she doesn't go back to the size you signed on for, it's over. Over. Remember, men and women are built differently. A woman, even if she's not that hot for you, okay, why? She can have sex with you any time, but a man has to get aroused. It's all about biology. And if when we see you naked, we are seeing varicose veins and big prominent stretch marks and roll upon roll upon roll of fat, we're not going to get aroused. It's not going to happen in most cases, except for you, Al Reynolds, wherever you are. Erica's favorite chubby chaser. So, do you think that what I'm saying is wrong? Do you think it's unreasonable? Come on, it's not.
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I rarely listen to you. My husband is a huge fan. Every time we get in the car, it changes to your station, and we have to listen to Tom.
Oh, I hate that.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Looking here at a survey from Self Magazine. You want to talk about how much women don't care about sex, especially the kind of young women who read Self Magazine. Women love to say,
women have needs, too. We have needs, too. We need sex as much as anybody else. We need sex as much as a man, maybe more.
Well, here's what women told Self Magazine. What's better than sex? Here are the items that are better than sex. Ready? I'm reading right from the survey from Self Magazine. Here it is. 66% of the women surveyed, 2/3 of the women surveyed said an amazing massage. You ever have a chick ask you for a massage? I mean, right, and they're never satisfied until your thumbs are falling off? What is that all about? You rub my back? They don't want just a little rub. They want you to go all the way until you've got carpal tunnel syndrome. Right. 59% said time to themselves. Better than sex. 59% also said an extra hour of sleep. Better than sex. 55% would rather go on an outing with their best friend than have sex with you. 48% rate watching a favorite TV show as better than sex. 42% think reading a totally absorbing book is better than sex. 34% think eating gourmet chocolate is better than sex. 32% think shopping for the perfect pair of shoes is better than sex. Remember, every time you're having sex with a woman, these are the responses women gave when asked what's better than sex. Women have sex to keep you around. They can call talk shows and claim to be just as much in need as men, but when they're being surveyed anonymously, this is what they say. Finally, 27% would rather have a great workout than have sex. That's better than sex. The ages it says here, Dean, are 18 to 45. But I think most of the readers of Self Magazine tend to be on the young end of that. 18 to 45. A survey of 500 women. So, I don't know. What more do you need to know? Women use sex as a loss leader to get men in the door of the relationship supermarket. It's like when your supermarket is selling a 6-pack of Coke for 99 cents. It's to get you in. Then they can ram it up your ass when they sell you cream cheese for $4. You know, that's how it works. And I think in the case of women, they lure you in with sex, and then they later on sell you the cottage cheese thighs. Bottom line. We're talking about women who you get with, and then they get fatter and fatter as time goes on. And I wonder what you do about it. Do you say something about it? Do you say nothing about it? Have you left? Do you just get sex on the side? Is your girlfriend or wife belligerent about it? I'd love to talk to guys like you. At 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. If your woman is getting fatter and fatter, and fatter. And before I get to some of these guys, Maria, what did you want to say here?
Hello. I want to make a comment on what you just said. All these people are calling in, but no one can exactly tell you how you're woman bashing. The way that you're woman bashing is saying that all we're good for is sex, and that all we're good for is, you know, taking us out on a $40 dinner, this and this and that.
Oh, so taking a woman at a $40 dinner is woman bashing.
No, not necessarily that, but let me finish my point. I haven't finished telling you.
Oh, yeah, I haven't made a point yet.
Okay, well, that's how you're woman bashing, by saying that all we're good for is sex, and that...
Well, dear, that is not what I have said on this program. I will tell you what I've said, and then you can comment on it.
Okay.
What I have said is that when a woman, when we first meet a woman, that's what we want. And even after we have a relationship, it is one of the most important things to a man, maybe the most important thing to a man. That isn't woman bashing. That is reality. Why can't you accept reality?
I'll accept it, Tom.
That's reality.
I'll accept
That is not bashing anybody. That's telling the truth. Why is it that I tell the truth and you say I'm bashing people?
Okay, fine. I'll accept that. But I'll tell you another thing, Tom. You're saying that we need you for your money, and we need this,
you do.
and we need that. We
Yes,
don't
you
need you for anything.
Well, that's what you all say, dear.
You
But
what?
it's only the fat, homely chicks who are financially
Well,
self-supporting.
I'm not that.
Yeah.
So,
And how much do you make, darling?
how much do I make? About $100,000 a year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, look at you. And you are hot-looking?
Yes.
So you're either a model or a singer.
No, I'm not. I'm not any of that, and I might not be hot to you, but I'm...
Oh, not hot to me, and
And
probably
it's
not
not
hot to
about
others.
that. Why
All
do
right,
you
let's
always
get
go
down
back
to it.
to
How
how
tall
that
are you,
looks?
dear? How tall are you?
5'5",
How much do you weigh?
120 pounds.
120 pounds. It's
Any
within
other
the...
questions you have?
No, I probably have a lot of questions, for
Well,
God's sake.
I have a lot of comments for you. So the
Well,
more
keep
questions you have,
going,
the
dear.
better.
Don't stop here.
You're
Keep
the one
going.
saying that we need you for this.
Dear, I'm not saying there aren't exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions to every rule,
Okay.
but there aren't that many. That's why they're called exceptions.
Tom.
The rule sticks.
Okay, let me give you a good reason why maybe some women aren't ready for sex every time you guys decide you want it. Maybe if we didn't have to help you pay all the bills, and maybe if we didn't have to take care of the kids, and maybe if we didn't have to work a 40-plus hour week, and maybe if we didn't have to clean up the house for you by the time you're butt
Well,
at
see,
home.
then why would you,
Maybe we
if
would
it's
be more
such,
ready
if
for
marriage is such a bad deal for women, why do women always beat us over the head to get us to get married to them?
No one's asking you for
Dear,
that.
are you kidding? The
You
world
just
is
said that
full of women
don't
like
need
that.
sex. You said that women don't need sex, that we prefer a million other things over
Right.
sex.
I'm reading that out of Self magazine, as a matter of fact. That's
Tell me what
correct.
you're good for.
What's that?
You tell me what you're good for. Not you specifically, Tom. I'm sure you're good for a lot of things. But you tell me what half of your loyal listeners are good for.
What they're
They
good
don't
for?
have good
Most
credit.
of
Their
them.
credit is shot to hell.
Oh, no,
They
dear.
don't
Dear,
have
dear,
anything
you
to offer.
clearly do not know our audience. Our audience has the highest income of any radio station
About that.
in afternoon. Wait, dear, it's documented and available from the radio station.
Income has nothing to do with credit, Tom. They
Dear,
may be raking in.
There is
$75,000
you have
a
no
year and
evidence of
nothing
this.
into their
This
debt.
is you making outrageous speculation.
Oh, no, sir.
I want the proof. Where are you getting the information
I work-
from?
I work in the finance industry.
I see, and all the people you meet who have bad credit, they all say they listen to this station?
No, I'm not saying that. All the people that I come across to listen to your station, I'm not saying that all of them. I'm saying a majority of them.
Oh, yes,
You're
yes.
here stating
This
that
radio station has 500,000 listeners. You're telling me you've met more than half of them?
a majority of them, Tom.
Maybe you just work for one of those low-end subprime lenders, dear.
No, I don't. I work for probably one of the most important dealerships, auto dealerships in the world.
In the world?
Yes.
I
Or
see.
at least in the United States. I'm sorry, in the United States. Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And you're telling me that you have empirical evidence that our listeners have subprime credit?
Okay, sir. All I'm trying to
No, you're
tell
not
you-
telling me that.
All I'm
You
trying
have
to
no
tell
proof
you
of that,
is
and you
that
make this
you're
outrageous
contradicting
allegation on the
yourself.
air, which I
You're
know not to be true.
contradicting yourself. And then you're trying to switch something on
Darling,
me.
your whole thing here is trying to tar and feather me here, and I'm not going to let you get away with it.
You're trying to pump these men up all high and mighty, and we don't need them for anything.
Well, dear, then
More
obviously
than I
you
need
you just sit there rejecting people's credit applications all day.
I don't reject them.
You go right
I
ahead.
don't reject them.
You go right ahead.
I don't
You
reject
go
them.
reject the deadbeats who come
I don't
into your
reject
office
them.
all the time. But you don't need any men. So what do you go? If you don't need a man, why are you so upset about this?
I'm not
Why
upset
aren't you
about it.
satisfied?
I'm not upset about
You
it.
don't sound satisfied. You sound angry. You called in here and held on for 10 minutes to get on the air.
Tom, I've been listening to what you have to say for a few months now, and I will agree with the majority of the things you have to say.
Why do you keep listening?
But, because I agree with you. I agree with most everything that you have to say. But when you sit there and say that women are getting fatter by the moment and that they better lose weight or you're going to take off, you're going to take off. You know why? Because you need us too much.
No, we don't, dear.
To help you
no, we don't.
You need us to take care of your children so we won't go after your money.
You can do that. You can do that without us being there.
And you need us to cook
You can do that without us being there. We can go to a hotter, younger trophy wife, move on from you.
A trophy wife that will sit down and probably bake herself in the sun all day and isn't good for
Oh, boy, I hate when that happens. God, I hate when they do that. Hang on a second. Scott, what do you want to say to Maria here? Scott? All right, let's get Todd on there. Todd, what do you want to say to Maria?
Hey, this bitch is saying that, we don't need these guys, but I bet the owner of this dealership is a fella. She needs that job.
Yeah, you know who's signing that paycheck. It's not a woman.
It's Miss or somebody.
Guaranteed.
Got it. See ya.
There you go. What do you think about that, Maria?
That's the smartest guy you can put on the air with me.
It's a fact. He's right.
Oh, my God.
He
doesn't even know how to speak English, for God's sake.
Who owns your dealership? Is it a woman?
Do you want me to say the name of the place?
No. Just tell us the fact of whether they are a male or a female.
To be honest,
you don't even know.
Sure. It's an enterprise. It's not owned by one person.
All right, who is the president of your company? It's a male, isn't it?
To be honest with you, sir, I don't know.
So you do not even know who runs or owns your company.
It's owned by several people.
How do you know that if you don't know who owns it? All right, how many of them are women? How many of the owners?
Probably half of them, if not.
You don't even know. You don't even know who they are.
If I could tell you the company, you tell me, because you're very well
Dear,
educated.
we're not going to be going on the air with that because that ends up in litigation. You're not going to be giving the name of the company on the air.
It's a company that is very well known, probably the one that that a majority of everyone goes through, and it's
there is
irrelevant.
no one company that the majority of everyone goes through. That's just not true.
Well. Yes, sir, it is. I beg to differ. I mean, it's an American-based company,
Doesn't matter.
Japanese or whatever.
There is no company that the majority of people go through. There are too many companies for the majority to go through anything.
Right.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Your business does not have 51% of the market. It doesn't. Guaranteed.
If I told you the name of the company,
it doesn't. I don't care what the name is. I don't care if it's General Motors. You don't have 50% of the public. You don't. No company has that market share.
You're probably right. You're absolutely right.
All right. Of course, I had to tell you that. Is that Chalo?
Yeah.
Chalo, say hi to Maria.
What's up, Tom?
Not much.
What's up, girl, dude? You're
How
whack.
are you?
You're whack. Well, check this out. It's the most important dealer in the United States. And you have to be turning down people with bad credit.
Sir, I don't turn you down.
The most important.
I don't turn you down. I keep you in your car because you guys can't make your payments. I keep you in your car. I help you stay in your car, and then I get you on the phone and tell you why it's so important for you to make your payments, and then you tell me, you know what you tell me? I got to discuss this with my wife. Let me talk to her, and I'll call you back. She has the checkbook. Let me talk to her and see what else we have to pay. So all those nice cars that you're driving, those nice SUVs.
And Maria knows for sure they're all listeners to this station.
Well, anyone, Tom, I listen to you.
That's what you said.
Okay, well, let's say that a majority of intelligent people do listen to you because almost everything that comes out of your mouth is intelligent, except for this statement today is the only time I've disagreed with you. So... I'm giving you some credit
if you want to know if women are getting fatter and fatter, why don't you just go out to the supermarket about 11 a.m. or go out to any shopping mall around town. Take a look at some of the big fat asses that are waddling in front of you.
Straight out, once you get married, I'll give you my example. I got married, I'm 23 years old. My old lady, she's 5'6", 140 pounds. She's always getting in front of me. Oh, I'm so fat. But when it's dinner time, what up? Let me tell you. But when it's dinner time, she's right there scarfing down whatever I'm eating, a hamburger here and there, and she's full, and she still comes out with the dessert, and I'm like, God, dude, you're telling yourself you're fat and this and that, and for what? Do you want me to tell you that you look good and lie to you?
You guys marry women
that are baby,
just and then when they're not intelligent enough to maintain their body and do anything else for them, you get upset. Maybe if you marry someone with a little more substance, you
Nah,
wouldn't get
good.
these type of results. Come on,
Now,
now.
you guys always talk crap. How?
I'm not talking crap on you. I'm just giving you a suggestion.
I'm fat for what? And then when we tell you the truth, to lose a couple pounds.
I know for a fact that I need to look good, because if I don't look good, my husband might look elsewhere. I know for a fact that I got to take care of my kids and make sure that I'm teaching them right for wrong, or they might grow up to be delinquents. So what I'm telling you is that if you chose to marry someone, maybe with a little more substance, and quit thinking with your other head, maybe you wouldn't be in the position that you are in today. Instead of trying to fix the problem, prevent it from happening.
Yeah, well, I need to take the fork out of your mouth physically, I think is what we need to do in some of these cases. Kitty, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I think she needs to shut up. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Give me a break, Kitty.
No, the majority of women out there, they are exactly what he says they are. They marry a guy, they get what they want, then they don't want to give it up anymore. Only if they want something, need something.
Or want to get knocked up so they can turn him into a living annuity.
And what does that have anything to do with what I'm talking about?
Because you're saying that he's bashing women. And
I said that like the first second that I called in, and I've said other things since then.
You're talking about people's finances. You're doing exactly what you're saying he's doing. You're doing.
I'm defending.
Okay, you're
women.
saying the majority of people out there.
Maybe you should quit kissing so much of Tom's ass and think with your head instead of just trying to prove
what's really
him
funny,
right.
Sweetie? This is the first time I've ever called.
So have
him.
I.
This is the first time I've ever listened to his show. For you to say that, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
Listen to the show a little bit longer, and then we can have a conversation.
I think what your problem is, you're jealous.
I have nothing
jealous.
to be jealous about.
Exactly what it is. You're jealous.
Nothing to be jealous about.
Because you're
for a few more months, and then we could have an conversation.
Probably don't know how to do.
Right. That's about all the obscenity we can handle for one phone call.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I've been out and about, and I've seen these crazy bumper stickers. I saw this one the other day that said, driver carries no cash, he's married. Why doesn't he just put a big bumper sticker that says, hey, I'm a pussy, my wife's got my balls?
I hadn't heard of that bumper sticker.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Leslie on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello.
Hello.
I love your show.
Thank you.
I just moved to L.A. a few months ago and found you, and I just love it. I think it's great. And the comment I have to make today is, I think if women are not interested, it should be a sign to some of these men that maybe they need to perfect their talent.
No, because these are women who are not interested with any man. I mean, it's not like they're interested with one and not interested with another.
But they would be interested if it was someone that,
Dear, I'm telling you, you would at least have had to meet one guy along the way, one guy who could get the job done. But when you've got women saying they'd rather have a massage than have sex, have time to themselves than have sex, have extra sleep than have sex, go out with their best friend than have sex, watch a favorite TV show than have sex, read a book than have sex, eat gourmet chocolate than have sex, shop for a perfect pair of shoes than have sex, this goes beyond men's incompetence in bed.
Well, I cannot think of anything in the world I would rather do than have sex if it's enticing and exciting, and I'm not saying you've got to...
I think more often than not, women use sex as a bargaining chip. They use it as a tool. As I said earlier, they use it as a loss leader.
I've never, ever done that.
Well, again, you may be the exception to the rule, but so what?
Well, I just think if guys spent a little bit more time in...
Seems like hours at a time. I mean, there are some women, you could do foreplay on them until the sun comes up, and they're going to be, I'm not there yet. I mean, please.
Oh, I guess they're different than me.
But dear, so what if you're the exception to the rule? Big deal. How many women have you dated?
I haven't.
Yeah, well, try getting out there and see what it's like being with a woman. I'm telling you.
I guess it could be.
There are some women, you know what? I have a 15-minute rule on foreplay. If it takes more than 15 minutes to get you stimulated, I'm out. Because it's never going to happen. Never. Never, never, never.
Well, I agree with you on that, but I think just, you know,
Well, your phone's cutting out. What was that? All right. Thank you. Charlie on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I've never heard your show before.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to be switching channels and heard you and thought that you were right on the money. And I love your honesty.
Thank you.
And I was like, when you said they don't have balls enough to tell them the truth, it's like, well, they should. They should be able to communicate and tell what they want. And
That's right.
I'm in a relationship, and I told him what I wanted. He told me what he wanted, and I mean, I haven't changed my weight hardly at all. So I think what you're saying is awesome, and don't even. I think you're right on the money.
Well, thank you, Charlie. Appreciate the call. Marlena on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Is this Tom?
Oh, did you want to talk to Tom?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Hold on, please. Tom Leykis show at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Marlena on the Tom Leykis show.
Tom,
Yes.
this is Marlena.
Marlena.
How's it going, Tom?
Great.
Good. This is my first time hearing you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked, Tom. This is some crazy, crazy stuff going on.
What's so crazy?
I don't know. You know, you sound like a successful guy.
I am.
You are, huh?
Yes.
What kind of hottie are you hooked up with? I got to know this. I got to know your background.
I pretty much can get any woman I want and always have.
Really? Wow. I don't know if this is right. My friend Alicia, she listens to you quite often. She said that you've been married 4 times.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a good way to keep a marriage fresh. You just keep trading up.
Trade up, huh?
Yes.
Never have the one that sticks with you.
It doesn't really matter.
No,
By the way, in each of these cases, it was my decision to terminate the marriage. In each case.
Ouch. Wowzers.
Mm-hmm.
Bumble, huh?
I'm just honest.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. That's insane. So, what do you say about the sexy women who want to take care of themselves and don't care about any of
Go for it. Do it. But you know what? Women are addicted to our money. So as much as they may try to resist and support themselves, eventually they're going to stick the old needle in their arm and they're going to shoot up like the heroin addicts they are. They are addicted to money.
Addicted to money,
Yes,
huh?
women are with the richest guy they can attract.
Wowzers. That's definitely not me.
Well,
I never...
Well, dear, you're only 21. I'm sure you're not with anybody permanently at this point in time.
Not permanently, no.
so
Still out there and hoping not
But
to be
ultimately, you'll settle down with the richest guy who will take you.
Oh, no.
Oh, really? No. So you'll be with what, a tree trimmer?
I don't even think...
You're going to be with a weed whacker? Who are you going to be with?
Why not? Why not be with somebody that you love and care for? Not like...
Because, well, again, you might be the exception to the rule, but women are addicted to our money. So my guess is if you don't aspire to be with a guy with money, you probably don't have the looks for it.
Oh, no. Not at all.
Really? What do you look like, darling?
Oh, I am 5'5", 125 pounds.
That's a little on the chunky side.
No.
Yeah.
Chunky side,
Yeah, a
wow.
little junk in the trunk there.
Junk in the trunk?
Not extreme, but there is some there. Yeah, you got a little bit of a roll there.
A little bit of a roll.
A little bit of a beer belly or something going on there. Sure you do. At 125, yes you do.
125 is a nice weight.
It depends on how tall you are. I'll tell you what, if you're 5'8", it's a very nice weight. But you're not.
5'5".
5'5" is 3 inches shorter, dear.
Well, it's just amazing. That's amazing. So, from what you're saying, you're fine with that. You're fine with the notion that, you know, I know that you said, you know, this is truth. This is just what it's,
yes.
it's hard to hear, hard to listen to.
Yeah.
But I mean, can you honestly sit there and just say that that's a good thing that...
I'm not talking about whether it's good or bad. I am simply like a mirror. I'm reflecting reality here.
Well, what do you feel, besides being the mirror, what do you think of
being, just the whole idea of it? Do you think it's a good thing?
It's just the way it is. The sun will come up tomorrow. If I'm opposed to it, what's the difference?
True. But I want to know what's your feeling on it.
I honestly believe that Darwin was right in more ways than one. Water seeks its own level. You are with the most, men are with the most attractive women they can afford, and women are with the richest guys they can attract. There are exceptions to every rule, but generally that's the case, and that's that.
Wowzers. Insane. Well, yeah, I wanted to call and see your story, because you were very quick to jump on everyone else. I kind of wanted to know your background.
Well, now you know. I have money, power, and fame. These are the three intoxicants that will attract any woman to a man, no matter how old he is, no matter what he looks like. If you have money, power, and fame, you're in.
Wowzers. So you aspired to be that, and there you are, huh?
Here I am.
All righty, Tom. Well, enjoyed talking to you. Kind of interesting, and we'll probably be listening to you in the future.
I'm sure you will be.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You guys are sick. Is this how you make your money?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is so funny. You're really working hard, aren't you?
Yes.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Here's our telephone number. It's Melissa on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
What is this women bashing that you're doing? I'm really offended.
I haven't heard any. What are you talking about?
Women bashing is what you're doing.
Well, give me if you're going to make an allegation like that, I'd love to hear some specific examples.
Okay.
So I can be properly punished.
Women just are out there trying to lure men into some trap, and then they just want to get their pocketbook and stuff. That's.
You must be a new listener, dear.
No, yeah. Well, this is the first time I've ever listened to you.
Of course it is.
PhD-level therapist, and you are an angry man.
You think so?
Oh, you are so angry.
Really?
I've been listening for like 45 minutes, and all you've done is bash women. And when people call in and say,
but again, you haven't given me any real examples of it.
You are saying when
just because I and most men believe what I said to be true doesn't mean we're angry. It's just how it is.
No, I can hear it in your voice.
Oh, really? So are you going to render a diagnosis based on listening to me on the radio?
That's illegal.
Well, I know, but it certainly sounds like what you're doing, throwing out your credential and then rendering a diagnosis on the air. Why don't you tell everybody your name so we can talk to the American Psychiatric Association and see if your license ought to be pulled?
You're women bashing.
Well, you keep saying that, dear, but it's like Hitler. Repeating something over and over doesn't make it true, darling.
Well, I happen to disagree on pretending.
I'm waiting for the specific examples, the laundry list of allegations, so that I can deal with them one by one. Let's go.
I said.
You gave me one, what you considered an example. One. How about the others?
I consider that when you say women are luring men into some trap...
You're repeating yourself. You already said that.
Let me just say one thing. Women that I know like sex. Men can satisfy them. I agree with women that...
Dear, you're 50 years old. I'm sure the women you know like sex. They'd like it if any man would like to see them naked. But please, let's be honest about this.
No, that's very ageism and women...
Dear, that is how men think. If you really are a therapist, you should know how men think.
Years ago that said any women over 50 looks like a sack of potatoes, and men don't think that way when they're our age.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, that is so. How old are you, Tom?
I'm 47 years old, but you know what? I can afford women in their 20s.
Well, see, you're just talking about ageism, and you're...
Yes, ageism, because you know what? My penis doesn't know ageism or discrimination. All it knows is what makes it aroused. And I say that seeing a naked, wrinkled, varicose vein chick with her nipples pointing south does not get it excited, no matter how fair and undiscriminatory it wants to be.
There are a lot of men that would disagree with you, and I'm sorry.
Well, none of them listen to this show.
Practicing ageism and sexism and women bashing.
Well, hang on. Let's put a woman on and let's see what she thinks. Sam, what do you think about what Melissa is saying here?
I think she's full of crap.
Well, you know, I think you're in the wrong ballpark then. You're not in the ballpark of educated people is what I would say. And I'm going to hang up now. So
you can't handle any criticism. Look at you. Call up and throw stones, and then you can't handle any criticism, huh, dear? Doctor?
First of all, you fall into that category of what that Self magazine is. That's a stupid magazine, for one. I don't believe women still read that crap. And I'm not out for any man's wallet. I'm not. It's all, if I'm going to have sex with him, I'm going to have sex with him. You can tell by kissing him if he's going to be good in bed.
And then you've decided by that point whether you're going to give it up to him. That's the bottom line. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.